Hello and welcome back to today's video. We're going to be fitting the items I've removed into the 6500 today. Now I've put the 5000 back together and that will be a project for another day. And what I've done is I've used a bit of parcel tape, packing tape, and the screws which I removed from the cradle I've just popped back into there, out of the way, but in visible sight. If we go inside, you can see that I've put the idler assembly back in, and as you saw from last time, I've refitted the pinch roller as well. It will probably need a bit of rubber renew on the pinch roller, but it's back in there, and this one is a project for another day. So let's get the 6500 onto the table. So here we are with the 6500. First thing I've done is to put this back down. This bar basically serves as a support for this circuit board here, and there is a screw which goes into there and secures this board in place. So this board is, I think it's a video amplifier board, judging by burst phase, burst width, AFC offset, video out, video in, servo, etc. It might actually be a combined servo control board as well. I'm not 100% certain, but there are a number of adjustment pots on it, so there is a possibility. However, more likely to be servo board is this one here. Yeah, servo block. There we go, so that's probably the servo board. I think this one might be possibly video amplifier board, judging by the fact that it's quite close to the video heads. I've also just noticed that the video head assembly itself isn't screwed down, so that's interesting. So that's just the top part of the drum. Heads, so the head disc is there, so you can see if I move this out of the way and use my bonnet stay method. In other words, screwdriver, wodge it onto something. There we go. And also it looks like yes, that is from this moisture sensor, so we'll need to replace that. That just literally plugs into this board here, but that will need to be replaced. It's an earth strap here which needs to go on, and let's check the head disc. So actually it does look like there is, yeah, there's a bit of damage on this head disc as well by the looks of it, so that's going to be a little bit more involved than I first thought, but not the end of the world, because we have obviously the 5000 that's got a complete head arrangement. Rather than faff about with unsoldering the head disc, soldering it back on, because these are really small wires, I am going to take the entire head drum assembly out of the 5000 if I can, and transplant it into here, so that's going to be interesting. For the minute though, we're just going to settle that down onto there, keep it out of the way, and note down that that is going to be on our list of things to do. The 5000 has a problem whereby it actually plays back too fast, pictures too fast, so it's probably a problem with the servo board that could be reasonably easily corrected, but at the moment it looks like it's going to become a bit of a spares system. However, I'm going to keep it as intact as possible so that it can actually be used at some point. These will need a bit of silicone grease as well, so they're a little bit stiffer than I'd like. So we'll need to do that as well. For the minute, I will put the idler assembly back in along with the belt. So we'll just drop that into there, like so. There we go. I'll need to fish that out and put it back on. So we'll do that now. So bring that one out, drop it over, drop it down. Whoops. Drop it down. There you go. Get the belt, loop the belt over. Whoops. Belt on. Might need two hands for this, but there you go. There we go. This one on top. There we go. And that should be good. So we just need to put that circlip on top, which I'll do now. So circlip's back in place. And what I want to do is I need to work out how I can get this entire head assembly out. So that's normally attached onto here with two screws. You've then got the wiring for it running into here. So that shouldn't be too difficult to get out of the way, especially considering as, certainly from this perspective, that is all that we have. However, I've just noticed that we have a couple of little blue wires here, blue and black. Now they seem to disappear into here and down, so that might be a little bit interesting to get out. So that will be a problem. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to resolve that. Also, this head disc is, I think it's warped. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think that's on there properly. So let's spin that off. Let's borrow that. There we go. So I guess I could just unsolder these two, and that would be easy enough to solder those back on, to be honest with you. That's the pickup on there. So it looks like, yeah, that's a shame. So you can actually see what's happened. So on this pickup ring, they seem to have broken off. This one's okay. So this would normally sit on the head disc like so, soldered onto there and soldered onto there. Normally the head disc is just supplied like that, and you actually have to resolder the pickup assembly onto here. Because I'm going to be borrowing it from the 5000, that's going to be a little bit easier because I won't have to unsolder anything. So I'm going to borrow, little change of plan, I'm going to borrow the head disc from the 5000. I'm going to keep the upper head drum here as it is because it's mostly still in one piece and it's a bit of a pain to get back on again, so that would go on. This will really need a thorough clean after I finish with it because I've got fingerprints all over it. So that would go like so. Oh, I see what's happened. How did that get trapped in there? Ah, yes, I see exactly what's happened. There's a screw here that's been left in place. So that's actually quite sensible because the screw goes into there. That's okay. Yeah, that answers that question. So I'll just pop that out of the way. I want to make sure that this will actually sit in properly. So that, yeah, that comes out easily enough. This, I will check its placement in the 5000 and see if I can solder it back on. That now should sit on there a lot better, which definitely seems to, yeah, that's better. So then you can centralise it so it's centralised. There's actually no eccentric there's no eccentric holes, so once it's in position, that's it, it's in position, so that's good. And it's one of those things that you can potentially correct whilst the tape is running. So there we are, that's that. Those will need to be soldered back onto there. They look like they've just come off, or we borrow the moisture assembly from the 5000, which will probably be what I'll do. But for today, I'm going to put that pinch roller back on. I've got the idler assembly back in place, and next time we're going to be borrowing the head disc. So probably off camera, I'm going to be removing the head disc, and once that's done, we'll be able to get the head disc into this one and hopefully be able to see if it actually plays anything or works. All of this just to see if it's viable. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.